Welcome back to Currency Highlights with Massabesic Gold and Silver. This week I've got another fancy for you, this time on a $5 Federal Reserve note, so I hope you stick around for that. I am Dean with Massabesic Gold and Silver. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out my channel. Out of all the channels on YouTube, you decide to stop by and see what I have to offer, which makes me pretty happy. And I hope you put lots in the comments letting me know what you think of this video and other videos I have produced. So 2 weeks ago I showed you this really awesome super radar on a $10 Federal Reserve note from 1995. Well, this week I have a really cool serial number. This is a radar repeater on a $5 Federal Reserve note, also from the series 1995. This is just a phenomenal looking note overall, and I love those zeros and sevens, so you can see why I added this to my collection as I collect zeros and sevens. And why is it a radar repeater? Well, it's 0770, 0770 forwards and backwards. You have a repeater that is also a radar, which is just awesome. I'm going to hide the grade on this one for a little bit. I just want you to kind of check out the note and see maybe what you think it is for a grade. Obviously, it's a higher grade. You know that I like to collect the 64s, 65, 66s, and even up all the way to 68. This is a great note. I will say it's not a 68, but it is quite nice. I really love seeing notes up close like this. You can see all the security threads there in the paper, which is just really, really phenomenal. And I always love taking a closer look at Lincoln's portrait. It's just who doesn't love Lincoln? Like, look at this picture, look at this portrait, just phenomenal. I love seeing the microprint also around the portrait itself. You can see a little bit there. Just all that little micro printing, which is pretty cool. Overall, it just shows the craftsmanship, the artistry of the engraver. Just really, really a master. Really wonderful note. I also love looking at the reverse on a $5 note because of the Lincoln Memorial. It's you can just see the quality and craftsmanship of the details. Let's take a closer look, actually. I just love looking at these notes so up close. When I was holding it away, I hope you took note of the margins, the borders. They're really good overall. This isn't a perfect note, but it's pretty darn close. Just a really, really nice looking note, clean looking note overall. And then just looking at the detail, it's just so cool. I've really gotten into collecting fancies. I've been collecting other notes as well, which I will be showing in future currency highlights. But I've just been highlighting the fancies right now because they seem to be really popular. And I've enjoyed this part of the hobby of collecting with paper currency. Let's take a closer look. I love doing this, looking for all the little states here along the top. Let me see, where is New Hampshire? There's Maryland, Massachusetts, Maryland, Carolina, North Carolina. So there it is, Hampshire, New Hampshire. Yep, you got to love that they don't include the new for New Hampshire or the North for North Carolina. Come on. No, they ran out of space, I guess, but it still looks pretty cool. Looking at the borders, you can see how nice this note is. It being a radar repeater is pretty awesome. They are a little harder to come by, especially on a note that is a gem, 65 EPQ. These can be fought over, but thankfully I was able to pick this note up right around $240 in Heritage Auctions, which I thought was a decent price for the zeros and sevens, and it makes a great addition to my collection. But my friends, what is better than a radar repeater? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, there's only one thing better than a radar repeater, and that is a true radar repeater. Here it is. This is a great looking note, $1 Federal Reserve note, but this is a awesome radar or true radar repeater. We have an E033003330E. Look at this. This is just awesome. Forwards and backwards. This is just a really, really fun serial number. It is on a Series 1977 $1 Federal Reserve note. It's just a great fun thing to try to find out there. When this one came up, I also collect zeros and threes, as you know, and threes and sevens, and of course zeros and sevens. But when this note came up for auction on Heritage, I thought, I'm going to throw a bid on it. Let's see what we can get. And surprisingly, it only went for a little bit more than my $5 that I just showed you. I think I picked this up for $252 on Heritage. So again, prices, I don't really like talking about prices with fancies, but I just wanted to share them because some of you have asked. But when I say these prices, that's because I was the right guy at the right auction. And there was other folks that were interested in these types of serial numbers, and that's what commanded those prices. Some of the auctions that I've seen for some fancies have gone substantially more in price, way above where I'm willing to go for things, especially with these types of serial numbers, because you can definitely find these out there. This is just a really, really beautiful note, though. Look at the margins, the borders here. I know it's kind of hard to see that perfectly from your end, but they look really, really nice. The embossing's really, really beautiful. You can just see all of these security threads throughout the paper. Of course, you have the seal of the United States here, which is just really beautiful to look up close. Like, look at the detail on the eagle's feathers. Just really phenomenal. Just looking at this, the quality and the craftsmanship here of the engravers is amazing. And then, of course, we have the Great Seal. This is just really, really wonderful. Again, just all the details here in these these notes. They're just exquisite to look at up close. I know I probably annoy some people looking so close at these notes, but when you get into the detail here, you just kind of get mesmerized a little bit. At least I do. But this is just a really, really beautiful looking note. And then, of course, it has this phenomenal True Radar repeater serial number on it. Just a great fancy overall. Just really fun. Both these notes are great additions to my collection. Obviously, this is a nice grade of 65, so the exact same gem grade as the other radar repeater, and it's just phenomenal overall. I just really, really like these. Well, folks, I'm glad that you stopped by today. I hope you let me know in the comments what you think of these fancies. And until we meet again, everybody, stay safe and continue to enjoy.